These have come out sick. I'm looking at them right now and they look amazing. Right, these are my 17-inch hay wheels. I don't even know what model they are. So, we're gonna clean them, we're gonna prep them, we're gonna paint them. We're gonna get these puppies looking sick. Right, let's get these wheels cleaned and let's get them painted. So I've just used some of this iron and dust remover, again just from Temu, so take it with a pinch of salt if it's going to work or not, but it said spray on, leave it on until it turns red and then just wash off. I was a bit skeptical, but actually you can see it's starting to do something. That red wasn't there before. So I'd almost given up getting all this dirt off the wheel. I just couldn't work out how to get it off. Like white spirit and degreaser, nothing seemed to touch it. I was watching a video this morning, completely irrelevant, but in the video they said, keep it simple, stupid. So I thought, what is more simple than a scourer and some washing up liquid? And it's actually coming off really well. I know it probably seemed obvious, but I'm always trying to look for the quick fix and the thing that's gonna like get me there fast. But ultimately in this situation, it's just elbow grease, hard work, and that's how I'm gonna get there. Compare this to this. Much, much cleaner, much better. The like brown you can see there is actually gold paint that's obviously just overspray. See, I've missed a bit there. I'm gonna have to go over them all again anyway, but yeah, much better.
This is my brother's tyre changer. He uses it mainly for changing the tyres on his motorbikes, but it also does cars. I actually ended up having to cut the tyre off because the bead just wouldn't break. I think maybe because it's a slightly skinnier tyre, it was really hard to put on. So my brother had to buy these special tools which help lock the bead in place as you're putting it on. The edge of the tyre butts up to the edge of the rim, and that's what creates the seal that keeps the air in. Using the new tool, we finally got the tyre on, but that meant we had to inflate it, and it is so scary. If you've never done it, you don't know the fear.
Stop. What's that on that should have seated blanket? It's not going to explode.
For some reason it wasn't popping on, so I took it home to do it instead.
Oh, Jesus!
Scary, but glad I did it.
Roo. So I've gone around the garage, I've covered the car up because we're painting the wheels. Let's do it. A couple of bits I need to cover. For example, here you can see that there's some paint chipping, a couple of scratches, a couple of scuffs. Basically just want to refurb them, try and get them as perfect as possible. There you go, that needs sorting out. So stuff like that, so I'm just gonna get some filler, I'm just gonna go over it, cover in all the bits, and then I'll let that cure, sand it down, get it painted.
I needed to get all the old paint off these wheels, but I couldn't be bothered to sand them, so I thought, why not make a sandblasting cabinet for them? Check out my previous video if you want to see how I went about doing that, but they came out great. I'm really happy with them.
So I've sandblasted the front of the wheels, the backs have been gone over with a wire brush, so they're nice and knocked down. Everything in theory should be ready for paint, but there are a few spots on the wheels where I can see there's already been filler put in there. I need to sort out some curb rash and everything, so I'm gonna sort that out. But first I'm gonna paint the back of the wheels because not really ever gonna see them apart from when you take them off, which is like, you know, once a year. So I still want them to be the same color, obviously, but they don't need to be perfect. I'm gonna mask everything off, get them all sorted, and then we can look at doing the front. So let's do it. I've got the tires all prepped up, ready to be painted. One pack of cards is not enough. It's a super easy way just to get them all covered up, protected, so you're covering the tires, but you definitely need 2 packs. That's why I had to switch to the tape for this one and then fully tape this one up, but they're all done, ready to rumble. Because this is the inside, again, I'm not super fussed about it. You're just gonna get covered in brake dust. They're not gonna be very visible very often, so I'm just gonna rattle can them. Save myself a bit of prep and a bit of time and everything, because sorting out the compressor, doing all of that stuff, it's just long. Definitely do that for the front, because obviously that's the bit you're going to see all the time. But for the backs, I think we're going to be fine with some spray cans. Top tip with spray cans, if you put them in some warm water for like maybe a minute, it will heat up the paint inside and it will flow a lot better. So that's what I've done with this, so let's chuck it on the wheels. Also, when the paint is warm and it's winter time, it's, you know, obviously nice to be holding a nice warm can of paint. Do 2 or 3 coats of primer, see how well it goes on. And then I'll do 2 or 3 coats of top coat and then 2 coats clear coat. Should have quite a few layers on, should be nice and tough, nice and thick, and should last a nice long time. I mean, you can see these wheels have been painted several times. Insides look like they weren't even touched really with the gold. So someone's painted them gold. They were potentially silver originally, I think. I can't really tell. It's had a good few goes. So let's add another one. Let's add another layer of protection. So you want to give it a really good shake, obviously. The first coat, we just want to be doing a light coat. You don't want to be getting full coverage. So you just want to be psh, 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 psh. If it looks like you've covered the whole thing really thickly, you're most likely going to get some runs. So just a few light coats like that. So you can still see the paint underneath, and that's absolutely fine, because obviously we're going to go over it again. Already here, I'm realizing that I need to paint this bit first because I've been knocking the paint as I'm painting it. So paint this part first and then paint the top part. Okay. I'll put a mask on because this stinks. So that's the first one done, just a nice light coat. You can still see the underpaint at the moment, and that's absolutely fine. We're going to cover it again. There are some bits and bobs, but I'm really not worried about that because it's the inside. On the front, we're going to try and make them look as perfect as possible. So I'm going to get the other ones done, and then we'll let the paint sit for 10 to 15 minutes. A little bit stinky in here, so I'm going to chuck on my garage ventilation, which was in my previous video. Check that out if you haven't seen it already. There we go.
This is my warm water bath for my spray cans. Warm, not hot. You don't want the cans to explode.
First coat is done. I'll leave that to sit for about 10 minutes. Look, even not going very thick, I've already got some runs. It's just so easy to get runs with paint, it's crazy. Wheels are a great way to learn how to spray paint. It doesn't really matter if it goes wrong, you can always do it again. You can always just sand out the runs and have another go. That's what I'm going to do here. So I've got a couple of runs. I'm going to let it dry a bit, tack off, and then I will sand them down. Just get rid of the runs and go again. Check back in 15 minutes and we'll do the other coat. Okay, let's do round 2. Round 2 is a different kettle of fish. You've put on your first coat, which is sort of lightly covered everything. Now on this coat, we want to be looking to get better coverage. Ideally, you'd want to be putting on 3 coats. I'm going to go thicker on this second coat. Again, you want to have a nice warm can. You want to be shaking it up for about 30 seconds to a minute, maybe even 2 minutes. I think that's the recommendation, but who's doing that? I'm going for 30 seconds really. So I'm going to shake it up and then we're going to spray it on. We want to get decent coverage on this one. If you're going for 3 coats, you can get good coverage, and then the last coat will be your final solid coverage. It is nicely shaken, warm can. There we go, getting a good solid coverage on that. Sweet, so as you can see, the wheels are now a nice uniform color, which means we can lay down our top color, which is going to be black for me, but obviously any color you have will do just fine. Let's do some black. Man, I love this bit. When the wheels are starting to look pretty crispy and pretty fresh. You can obviously see some of the primer underneath still, but yeah, damn. Starting to look pretty sick, and that is just the back. Front's gonna look even better. These are gonna look so good. 2 more coats of black, and then I'll check back in once I'm doing the top coat, the clear coat. 2 coats of that, and then we done, baby. We out. I do love me some freshly painted wheels. Look at them, my little children, my little babies. Hell yeah. Black is done, 3 coats. Next is the last step, and that is
Clear coat.
make sure I've actually got some. Nope. Okay, found it. Same again, spray them down, see what they look like after. Let's do it. Car stuff, it's long, but fun. I love it. And the end result's gonna be so worth it. Let's do it. So I've just chucked down the first coat on all of these. You can see maybe like on the edge there, it's not super wet. it's not super shiny, and that's kind of what you want. You want the first coat just to be like a light coat, just getting on top of it. And then the second coat clear, it's going to be a lot heavier, and it's going to be your wet coat, and that's going to come on a lot thicker, and you're going to have better coverage with it, and that's going to give you that final glossy, shiny look. Okay, so it's 15 minutes later. I've given the can a good shake. Now we're going to do a heavy clear coat, and you can see it's going on wet as opposed to there where it's going on dry. And this is how we get that nice glossy coat. So I'm gonna go around the rest of it and then do the other wheels, and then the back is done. Woohoo! The most boring part of the wheels that you're probably never ever gonna see, but at least it's gonna look good and it's gonna look uniform. So I'm happy. Let's get it done, and then let's do the front of the wheels. Let's make it look really cool. Let's go! Wheels is done. You got to remember it's a rattle can job, but I think they look really good. I'm really happy with these. It was pretty hard to get motivated to actually crack on and do these because it just takes so long painting. If it's worth doing something, just do it as best you can. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's probably not going to be perfect, and that's okay. Just get on with it. Just do the thing. If it's not perfect and you don't like it, you can always do it again another time, but at least it will be done and you can move on to something else. You can stop worrying about it and you can just enjoy your day and you can just go play PlayStation. So yeah, cool. Backs are done. Let's do the front. This is the scary bit, is using the spray gun. I'm still scared of it from last time. Check out my other video. I painted all under here, so it's all black now, whereas that was red before. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It was quite an adventure. It was pretty tough. That's why I'm a little bit scared of using the spray gun again. I think we're gonna do better this time, and that will be 2 practices. The underside of the car, the chassis, and the wheels, and then we're gonna be spraying the actual panels of the car.
So that's gonna be the scary one.
It is a new day, and we're back at it, and we're going to be doing the front of the wheels. So I've just been going over them, hand sanding them, because I've realized the sand blaster, it's obviously got a lot of the paint off, and I should have definitely gone down to bare metal because it's still left this textured sort of surface on it. I don't know if you can see that. Whereas here, I've sanded it down again and it's much smoother. I finished off the sanding. I'm going to get some body filler. I'm going to put that in the gross bits, the gaps and the dents and the sort of the scratches and stuff. And once that's done, I'll sand it down again. So much sanding, so much sanding. If you don't like sanding, don't refurb wheels. It's an absolute pain, unless you've got a sandblaster and you do it properly the first time, which obviously I haven't done. So, you know, lesson learned. Whoever went to paint it before, the paint maybe reacted badly because it made all these wrinkles, which you can see there. It's really weird. I think that's just the paint that's just not gone on properly when they've done it before. I'm gonna get the orbital sander and just go over these again, just on the front, just make sure the front at least looks really nice. I'm gonna be leaving it a little bit proud, so when you sand it back, you can sand it flush. Okay, so I've prepped the wheels, masked them off. Gonna pour the paint, get that into the gun, and get going with painting. Let's do it. You know what, doing car stuff isn't always easy, but when you've put the time in to learn a new skill, for example, me here with painting, and you actually can see your progress getting better, it's such a good feeling. I think that's why a lot of us do car stuff, is because you're learning stuff, you're doing cool things, you're making something. I'm pretty confident that if I kept working at this and kept trying, I could get decent at painting. Might not be the best in the world, but I reckon I'd be pretty good. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep going. I've done 1 coat. I can see some imperfections, so I'm gonna grab some sandpaper and go over them. And then 2 more coats of primer, 3 coats of black, 2 coats of clear, and we're done. Sweet, the primer is done. It's looking very nice. Also used a high build primer, so it should in theory fill in some of the gaps a bit better than just normal primer. I think next time I'll just be using tape instead of the cards. It's a fun trick, and when it works great, but you can see here the cards weren't quite covering it, something like that. Let's go onto the tire. It's obviously what I'm trying to avoid, so I'm gonna have to clean that up afterwards. I'm gonna put the cards back on, should be fine for today, but in the future, just be using tape. Takes a bit longer, but much better. So, how am I mixing everything up? I've got my gun in a vise. I've got these little plastic cups. I'll pour 4/5 into there of the color. I'll then add in some thinner to top it up, give it a mix in there, and then I pour it in the gun, and then I pour in the correct amount, which is a fifth, into the cup again, give that a mix around. Sometimes there's a bit of paint that's left in there. Pour that in, mix it in there, and then it's been coming out well. I know you can obviously mix it out of the gun, but my cups are so small, I basically need one full cup to do a pass on the wheels, plus this bonnet that I'm doing. I'm gonna get the paint mixed up, I'm gonna put it in the gun, we're gonna see what it looks like. Let's go.
The first wheel I painted on the left didn't have enough thinner in the paint. The second wheel did, and it came out much better.
Okay, so I think I've been going about this the wrong way. I didn't actually do some research and learn how to use the paint gun before I just dove in and tried to use it, which is probably a bit stupid, but you know, there we are. So now we're gonna actually learn how to use it. I've just been watching a video by Paint Society. Go check them out. Really good, really informative video. Basically what he said is you've got air, paint, and something else. Go check out his video, not this one. And he said, you've got the adjuster here. You wanna back this out all the way. So for me, there it clicks. I'm just gonna push it back in a little bit. You've got the adjuster for the paint. So you wanna back it out until it basically almost comes off. And then just put it just back on. Whoop. Don't do that. All right, try that again. Pull the trigger and then squeeze this in till you can't screw it in anymore. There you go. For me, that's screwed in all the way. And then he said when I let go of the trigger, I should be able to screw that in a bit more. Yeah, there you go. Screwed it out all the way, came off, that's okay. Screw it back on, squeeze in the trigger, screw it in as much as I can. There we go. Let go of the trigger and then dial it in from there. So for me, I'm just gonna do one full turn. So that should in theory be good. This is your fan pattern. So all the way one way is just a dot. All the way the other way is the fan as we want it, where it's like long. So I've adjusted it there. I think that is big fan as opposed to dot. Can't go any further. So I'm just gonna come back a little bit to make the fan a bit better. Tighten up those edges. In theory, that is that. The only other bit, which I can't do just right yet because I haven't got the hose connected, is we want to be running 28 to 30 PSI. I mean, it's not the best gauge. It's going to be a rough guess for me. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. Right, we're on to the last step, which is the clear, which is what I've got here. There it is, clear coat. Comes in this very practical tin container with this almost like funnely bit on the top, which is so much better than these stupid containers for the paint and the primer. This is gonna be way easier to pour out, basically no mess. Yeah, should, in theory, look really nice. So, I mean, they already look very ruddy shiny. This is the joys of 2K. Could leave them there, but yeah, I think adding that bit of clear is gonna make these look absolutely fantastic. So let's do it.
Oh no, I went to use the spray gun, but I forgot to plug it into the compressor, so it all just dribbled out, and that's what this dot is. I think I can fix it though. We're done.
So that was crazy. So actually, it wasn't that crazy. Now that I know what I'm doing, kinda, finally. These have come out sick. I'm looking at them right now and they look amazing. I'm gonna wait till the morning. I'm gonna let them cure overnight, finish off, and then I'll do the grand reveal. But yeah, very chuffed. But yeah, gonna go in, catch you in the morning. I'm chuffed to be saying it. Here they are. Let's have a look at them. Of course, glamour shots can make anything look good. There are quite a few imperfections which I'm gonna have to touch up. So for example, mist there, that should be black, not gray. In between the spokes, missed a bit. There I've missed some. The front's perfect. Well, not even perfect, look at this bit. I don't really know what happened. Maybe it touched something, but that needs dressing. God, it's bright out, they look nice and shiny. But they look so good. I'm so happy with them. For a first attempt at using 2K paint in a spray gun, I'm really, really happy with these. Right, I'm super happy with how the wheels turned out. I think they look fantastic. There are a few bits I need to touch up, and that's fine. I'll get to it when I can. But the wheels are on. I can lower the car down, and I can crack on with the other bits. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I really enjoyed this one, actually. I thought it was really good. Yeah, check out my other videos if you want to see anything else, and I will catch you on the next one. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye.